Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. I know that the wrestling news sites won't even let WrestleMania 31 cool off in everyone's mind before they're already talking about the big rumors for WrestleMania 32. I know that, so many times when WrestleMania happens, we're already talking about the next year's WrestleMania, and a lot of those rumors that people are talking about putting off into the next year never even seem to happen. WWE there blows them off, trying to, pump up the down times of the year. They'll blow off an angle in the middle part of the fall when it's actually, is their plan for WrestleMania. But it's so funny because, WrestleMania 31, that whole weekend, things were coming. Brock Lesnar re-signs his deal. People are already putting Rock versus Brock as the main event of WrestleMania 32. Let's face it, people were putting Rock versus Brock together for WrestleMania 29. People were putting that together for WrestleMania 30. People are even booking it for WrestleMania 31. People have been waiting for that match to happen for so long. Now, WrestleMania 31 comes along. I know that I was sitting in my seat when Triple H and Stephanie came to do their whole thing. I was thinking that maybe they were going to come out and they were going to have a segment where they were going to congratulate the Big Show. I thought maybe they were going to just talk about the attendance. It didn't really make a lot of sense, but Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, they sort of dance this fine line where they're the biggest heels, a part of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, where they are the authority. They are the people that you sort of point fingers at on why things are going certain directions. But then again, you flip the channel and you watch NXT. Triple H is the biggest babyface of the weekend. He's the guy coming out there saying that it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us. This NXT universe, and it's growing and it's becoming way bigger than WWE ever really thought it was ever going to be. They've got all this young talents that they can't wait to get up the main roster to become, the future of WWE. And there's so many people out there that really want to see this come, because there's so many people that are bored with what's going out there on the main thing. But they come out there, they start talking about how they own the WWE. This is their ring. This is their everything. We should be grateful that we're even able to see WrestleMania 31. There, you know how it goes. Then The Rock comes out to save the day. Stephanie slaps The Rock. Ronda Rousey gets into the ring, and next thing you know, they haven't even gotten out of the ring, and people are already booking Ronda Rousey and The Rock versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H at WrestleMania 32. Now, it seems to be, we're a few weeks out, and it seems to be that WWE is letting the rumors out to be that they're actually going to have these singles matches. It's not going to be a tag match. It's going to be The Rock versus Triple H, and one of the biggest rivalries in my mind. I know that when you think about The Rock, you think about Stone Cold Steve Austin, but honestly, you can pair up The Rock and Triple H as that much of a rivalry to go right there with Stone Cold. I know Stone Cold and The Rock, they got to main event WrestleManias. The Rock and Triple H never got that WrestleMania match in the main event. They were involved in that four-way of WrestleMania 16 that should have been a one-on-one, but for some reason they stacked the deck. I think it might have been because they were scared Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't a part of that WrestleMania. Maybe they were scared that The Undertaker wasn't a part of that WrestleMania. WrestleMania 2000 worked, but it definitely should have been a one-on-one Triple H versus Rock match in my mind. But, they came up together, battling for the Intercontinental Championship. They both really had their blow-off for the Intercontinental Championship, the ladder match at SummerSlam 98. That led to them going after the championship. They had the Nation versus DX. They were both involved in these groups at the same time. Then, they go on and they battle for the championship. They end up having, these big historic, 2000, 2001 feuds where they battle back and forth against each other. Some of the best times that there are in wrestling. I know that people will always think about The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, but the rivalry that these guys have where you can match up their timelines on where they were always works to me. The one thing about the Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon one-on-one match, I don't know what kind of a stipulation you put in on there, because Stephanie McMahon, how she is, a ruthless bitch that everybody wants to see her get her ass kicked. And I think she is a lot like Vince McMahon. She is a lot like Triple H. She's going to be the person who gets, over on everybody. And then when it's time to pay up, like Vince McMahon did in a steel cage match at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Vince got his ass kicked. Royal Rumble, Vince got his ass kicked. The WrestleMania 26 match against, Bret the Hitman Hart. He didn't get any offense in. He got his ass kicked. That was his job. That it was finally the payoff. Vince was the ruthless owner that, he got over on everybody. But when it was time to pay up, Vince paid up, and Vince paid up big time. I think Stephanie's going to be that same way, but I don't know what's got to get into Stephanie McMahon's head to make her go up against Ronda Rousey one-on-one. But I think that they could do Rock versus Triple H in a one-on-one match, and I think that it could do big numbers. It could really anchor WrestleMania 32. I honestly don't want to see it in the main event. Brock Lesnar, he's a part of the main roster. He doesn't wrestle there, all the time. Of course, I'd want to see, some of the young guys. It's going to be a miracle to get them to the main event, but you never know what's going to be happening. Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, any of these guys, they deserve to be there. Of course, Daniel Bryan with the Yes Movement and all those things. Those guys deserve to be in the main event, but definitely you could have this be one of the dream matches. One more time, I think that The Rock, he's got the head problem. He wants to be the biggest. He wants to be the best. He's going to want to be the main event, but I don't think they're going to be going after the championship. It makes a lot of sense to stick this in the mid-card in that, third to last match before the Divas match and then the main event. That's the main thing that you're going to have to talk about it. But you have the outside, you have Stephanie out there, you have Ronda Rousey out there, Ronda Rousey being a part of the finish with her, jumping up there. Maybe she gets to knock out Stephanie McMahon from trying to interfere, maybe throw her in the armbar. Everybody's talking about the payoff for the big WrestleMania 31. It'll be her actually using her UFC move. I know that there's a lot to ride on basically UFC allowing Ronda Rousey to get in the ring and actually be physical. Maybe it was a blessing that she got to do WrestleMania 31, but definitely, UFC knew everything that was going on that weekend. Ronda Rousey is one of the stars that basically it doesn't matter if she's going out to pick up her newspaper from her front porch. UFC knows what's going down with her at every second and every day. She's one of the biggest stars that they have, and they're not going to let her just walk out there and wrestle somebody at WrestleMania 32 and not be made sure that certain things are set to make it where UFC looks good, they don't get buried, they don't look bad, and definitely she doesn't get hurt. She's worth a lot of money to them as well as helping out WrestleMania as well. But Triple H versus The Rock could be a damn good match to really anchor being there. I think there's so many people thinking that Shawn Michaels is going to come back, Stone Cold Steve Austin will come back. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you'll get The Rock. Maybe you'll get The Undertaker. Maybe you'll get Sting. But I think that there's so many people out there that are holding on to these matches that have no chance of happening. But The Rock versus Triple H would be a damn good match to happen WrestleMania 32. I'm pumped for it. We just got to see if WWE can keep that train rolling on down the track. They did it fine for WrestleMania 27 to WrestleMania 28 with The Rock versus John Cena. We'll have to see. When The Rock showed up, he did that sort of thing with Rusev, and then they filmed the thing talking about WrestleMania 32, saying the next time that these guys would be in the ring, there'd be 100,000 people filling up a stadium to see these guys fight. That's when they sort of, put the blood in the water to have the sharks started swimming around to see if people wanted to see The Rock versus Triple H one more time. Maybe you can build something upon it, where maybe it was sort of like the one thing I said about the Sting match against Triple H. They didn't really put any stipulation on it. Sting, he was on the network after Raw was over, but, Triple H, he won the match. Sting lost. Triple H was a part of Monday Night Raw. Sting wasn't even really on there. He was on the thing, trying to get people to, stay subscribed to see him beat up Bo Dallas, in the, the post WrestleMania, interview where he just basically didn't say anything. Maybe it was his last match. Maybe it wasn't. He doesn't know what's happening from here, but he's glad that he got to be part of the weekend, and he probably was one of the biggest stars that a lot of people really got to see. So we'll go check it out, WrestleMania 32. Of course, I'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there. I hope you guys like the videos that we put up. Hopefully it encourages you guys to come. I got a lot of people sending me DMs on Twitter. A lot of people just sending me straight up at messages, asking me, what it takes. Honestly, what it takes is just getting it in your mind. I'm going to be there. Saving up some money if you're going to buy the package. I think the package is going to go on sale in October. If you're just going to buy tickets, you probably need to start looking for a hotel sooner than later, and booking that as your first main thing. Then maybe wait until November for the ticket sale. Buy your ticket, and then from there, you're going to have to buy your airline, and then you have to looking for your Monday Night Raw ticket the next month, and then you have to start looking into your access and your other things, Ring of Honor, NXT, if you want to go see Evolve, if you want to go see Kaiju Big Battle, those sort of things start falling into place around there, but that's how you do it. If not, just send me some messages, I'll let you know, and I'll give you some hope, but throw it up for Click 32. Be here before you know it.